son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole crowd selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor, only one Scarface. I met her at a club, she twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, put the wanna everything that I can. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for...
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Commanders and the Dolphins. All that and more coming up next.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You talk about this Miami defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Second down, Howell now. This is Fant on the short completion. Room here to run. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Howell down to throw it. That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes?
Oh, Howell loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 60 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 13 carries, 59 yards.
As always, priority number one for them is to secure the win this week. But priority number two, this guy right now, who is 6th in the league in rushing. They want to give him that push to get him into the top 5 and really earn their status of being one of the best ground games in the NFL, as well as him
taking it right down Broadway. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field in the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, was strictly the run game.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rush, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Powell, he'll look to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. And Howe will throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 and now on 1st down. Touchdown, Miami. Evan Ingram, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now stands at 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll go play action. Howell throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a throw here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Dolphins at 9-2 to start play. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Now Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Commanders 7. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now throwing on 1st down here. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fan. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Howell. And a dump off here to Robinson. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing here, Howell. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins come right. And score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. First possession of the second half now for Washington. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. This is Fant on the short completion. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block.
nowadays an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Howell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commanders 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Howell. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Sly able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Breaks through the contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Howell's throw into the hands of Fant. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 37-yard line.
Howell going right back to Fant. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And Howell will throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
42. Commanders 24.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Flushed it, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
A loss of 3 yards. It's second down.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. Touchdown, Dolphins. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Al now to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly, but the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
All right, let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Miami.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
At the 16-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Washington offense set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 38-yard line.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And the Dolphin first down.
Tua now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He wants it all for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah.